Hi, all. Welcome back to ACCFI Presents. We're going to continue with our conversation from the previous week, and we can't wait to get started. Let's get into it. So I'm going to have just kind of a moment of women doing things awesomely, because in terms of the pandemic, when we looked across the board at the best disease control, the best virus control, we've noticed that whenever women are running it, that they've had some of the best results. Could we say the same thing here, Dr. Malcolm?
Yeah, and the women tend to figure out how to get along and make things happen. And so that's been great. And so you said women doing that, and I want to point out too, appreciate that the Fashion Incubator did make masks that we're using. And that's the part that I'd say more than anything, it works. If people will wear their mask and keep their social distance, it actually works. Because as I mentioned, those 35 cases that we have had, those are people that have come on the campus and then self-reported. So we do the checking to see, okay, who were you close to? What happened? And the reason to date there has not been any campus transfer is even because those students or faculty and staff were on the campus before they realized they had it. They had on their mask, and in the classes they were in, they kept their social distance. And so no one else caught it from them.
It works.
It's a great thing.
It works. Absolutely.
It does work.
So wonderful. Yeah, I think that one of the things that's given, I think even, just staff coming onto campus periodically has been, all of the protocols that we have to take whenever we come in. I fill out an app on my phone, and then it's scanned at the desk where someone has a shield in front of their face, and then they scan your temperature and you get a sticker to know that you've been vetted for the day. And and it's very precise, very specific, and it works.
It does, for sure.
Incredible. So again, I have to say thank you so much for what you've done in that space, because we've really seen very unique success due to the hard work that you and your team have done.
Thanks. Well, again, it takes a village, it takes a college. We're all in this together.
Absolutely. So, as we're kind of rounding out some of our conversation here, whenever you think about what fashion at ACC and what the Fashion Incubator could possibly be doing to really continue the, our aims for fashion here for Austin and beyond, what are some of your personal goals for the Fashion Incubator and for fashion?
I see two that I really do think are important, and I talked about them a little bit earlier. And one is that we build our high school programs for smooth entry into our college CE and credit programs. And we're a feeder then for the Fashion Incubator. Granted, it won't be everybody that comes through one of those programs. It'll be one of the designers chosen to be in the Fashion Incubator. But we hope, because they're having the opportunity to not only see the great workroom, but to see what's going on in the Fashion Incubator, that they'll apply and that they'll be chosen and be able to move on from there. So that is one that there's a really good pathway for students to start and come through our programs and then get to the Fashion Incubator. And then another thing I think that's critical is that we get to lead the way for Austin to become a leader in the fashion industry with an opportunity for aspiring designers to come to this incubator and go, man, I know if I go through that program, I'm going to be able to be successful in what I do. Because that was one of the things, when the city was looking at wanting to start a program, as I said, they had designers, but they didn't know how to get their product to market. And so that's the beauty of the Fashion Incubator. Not, you're going to get people that already know how to design because they've been through another program or they've been doing it themselves. But now they're going to get the skills of here's how I get it to market. And I think that's critical. But it also gives us in Austin the opportunity to become that fashion hub.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love your vision. I share your vision. This is very exciting about, where we can go and what we can accomplish. not just for, the small business, not just for, I mean, it's really to the benefit of all, ACC,
Oh, yeah.
so we can't wait to continue to push that forward for our local community and beyond. Dr. Malcolm, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today about these very important issues, but also to get to know you a lot better. I think everyone's going to enjoy hearing about, your start as a model in Texas. So that's a Dallas Market Center, no less.
Yes. Well, it was a lot of fun. And then I went on, and as we all do, there's charity fashion shows. Once you're an adult, they were always fun to participate in too. But again, I love fashion. It really is about style. I think it's Yves Saint Laurent who said,
Yes.
fashions fade, style is eternal. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's extremely important to remember. Yes, fashion's going to come and go. In the end, it's also all about style. And I think what we're doing is we're creating a great style at ACC to help others enjoy style and fashion.
That's wonderful. I love it. Well, I think this is a great place for us to kind of cap our conversation today. Dr. Malcolm, thank you so much for your time. This has been an incredible moment to, just to share how we all got started here, the group of people who really came together to make the Fashion Incubator happen, from ACC, from the city, our partner with Gerber, and so Gerber Technology, to be able to build out an industry that we can all be proud of. So
Absolutely. I think it's critical. I want to put one more person. I mentioned Mike Midgley because he is that guy that knew how to put those programs together. I also want to mention Sherry Ann Jenkins. I
yes,
think nobody can make things come together like her as far as the build out and building. And Sherry Ann has a fashion degree, undergraduate degree, that a lot of people didn't have any idea about. So she was another one of those people that was really excited to work and see this program take off.
I love that. I love that. I think I should have a conversation with her as well.
I think you should also.
But Dr. Malcolm, we are so glad that we got a chance to, really get into this with you. And, we know that this has been, a series of events that have led us here. So, we appreciate all of the hard work that's taken place, and we can't wait to do more hard work to get it over the hump. We're gonna get this thing going. So
I
we're
know it.
very, very excited about what's to come.
Well, I am too. And I look forward to all the great things that are going to happen at the Fashion Incubator at Austin Community College District.
That's all we have for today. Thanks so much for joining us for ACCFI Presents. And a special thank you to our guests for joining us as we close out this series. Come back next week as we start a brand new series and a brand new guest on ACCFI Presents. If you're loving the content, we'd love to have you subscribe, like, or share from our YouTube channel, as well as joining us on our social media at ACC Fashion Incubator. You can find us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We'll see you next week.